This show brought to you by Read the Play, Promoted Trophy and Clothing Company, Kempe International, De Grande Cycle and Sport.
Welcome back to the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. We've ventured out to West Oval where the Interleague is happening today. It's a very lovely day outside. We're going to take in the action first from the Under-14 game that's happening between the Geelong Junior Football League and between the Northern Junior Football League as well. It's going to be a very exciting contest. We've got the coach of the Geelong Under-14 side to join us first. Nev, you must be looking forward to the contest that's coming up today.
Really big challenge. They're a little bit of an unknown quantity, and they've probably had 3 or 4 games together at this stage, whereas a majority of our boys did get to play last week in the Falcons Very Line Cup, and we had a fair bit of success there. But we've certainly got a brand new squad here. There's 14 of the boys have participated in that, so we're really looking forward to getting out there today and giving a really good showing of ourselves.
As you said, a lot of the boys had the chance to be part of that Falcons side that was pretty successful, I think, last week. You were also part of that as well. What is it you enjoy about coaching these representative sides? Because it's something you've done now for a couple of years.
The boys always come with the right kind of attitude, which is really important, and they just want to go out there and play football. Have the boys with the best skills about the place, and then just trying to blend them together gets to be a really good challenge. But they're all really, really good kids and some very talented boys had amongst the group too.
What was the selection process like? I imagine that you would have had to cut and cull a few times and get rid of a few boys that were probably close on the borderline, and as always comes, especially towards the end of the selection process too, you've got to cut some guys that are very talented but unfortunately just don't make the grade, whether it's in terms of team structure or just a few other things along those lines.
Between Barry Orvis and myself, I think we've probably seen about 50 games of junior football this year between the Falcon stuff and this, so it gets to be a very arduous task, and certainly at the end of the day there was probably 6 or 7 boys that could have slotted into this side without any problems whatsoever. But you've got to look at the team balance, all those kind of things, and we believe we've got the right fit. There may be 1 or 2 that bob their heads up, but at the end of the day we're very comfortable with the boys that we've got running out there today.
That's good to hear. About the northern side, you said they're an unknown quantity. You can't really do too much homework into what they've been doing?
Exactly right. I was on their website this morning having a little bit of a look-see about some of the boys that played in the Metropolitan Championships where they had a little bit of success. There's a couple of guys that they've rated, so we'll get out and see how we go.
All the best, Nev. Hopefully the boys can deliver the result you're looking for, and as you say, you've picked the right squad with the right mix-up from the Geelong Footy League, and you can showcase all the talent that is on show in the Geelong Junior Football League in the Under-14s. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much, Tim. Much appreciated.
Moving on in our football section here on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show, we've been joined by a couple of the boys that have made the cut and are part of the Interleague side that are taking on Northern here at West Oval today. We've got Tom Atkins from the St Joseph's Footy Club and Alex Hickey from the Geelong Amateur Football Club as well. We'll start with you, Tom. You must be pretty excited about the challenge you've got out there today. You get to run out with some of the best players from the Under-14 Geelong divisions.
Yeah, it's really good. Used to playing against them, so it's better now that you're playing with them, but looking forward to it.
So why is that? You've come from another division, I take it, or used to playing against the Geelong boys? You were saying?
Yeah. Well, most of them, it's hard playing against them, so it should be twice as fun playing with them.
And you've got plenty of skilled teammates as well up there at St Joseph's. So there's a few more St Joseph's boys running around in the side today.
I think there's me. How many? 2?
So it's a good chance for you, though, to mix with a couple of guys from, I guess, that you play against as well, as you were saying, but a good chance to mix with some really talented footballers as well.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So you're really looking forward to it? You think you can get a win?
Oh, no, I haven't seen the team yet, but if they're small, then we should dominate, but I don't know.
And what about St Joseph's? How have you been going up there this year? Oh, you'd be in Division 1 Under-14s. How's that been going?
Yeah, it's all right. We only had 1 loss for the year, so we're looking good for the finals, but...
All the best, Tom. Well, I'll move it over here to Alex, who's been playing with the Geelong Amateur side. Alex, what division are Geelong Amateurs playing in this season in the Under-14s?
We're in Division 1 at the moment, and we've got a second team in Division 3 as well.
So you've been going up against Tom a few times, and now you are teaming with him today. How do you find that teaming with guys that usually you're up against?
Well, it's tough because they're all good, and we usually play against the best players, and that we usually play the best positions in the middle and that, so we're usually coming up against them. And it's good fun, but should be better today when we're playing with them.
Where do you expect to be playing today?
I know I'm starting at centre half back, but hope I get run in the middle or so it should be good.
Is that the spot you're normally playing for Geelong Amos?
No, I usually play in the middle.
So that's the spot you're most accustomed to. Do you think? How do you think you're going to go filling a different role?
Should be alright. Should be a challenge. So I'll play on a good player and see what happens.
And you've had plenty of tryouts and everything to get through. You must feel pretty happy to just get the chance to go out there today and pull on the Geelong jumper. Is that something you've done before?
Yeah, I made the team last year and played pretty good game in a different position. I played centre forward last year, so yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens today.
Right, boys. Well, hopefully your form's good today and you can pull the points back for Geelong in a very good result for the Geelong Footy League. It's going to be very interesting to see how the under-14 boys go up against Northern, but we thank you for your time on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. We're moving on again to talk to some of the boys from the Northern under-14 side that have travelled down the highway. They're going to be taking on Geelong here at Westoval today. We've got Ned and Jake with us from that side. We'll start with you, Ned. Just tell us a little bit about the Northern League. What sort of teams play in it and what team you're playing for as well? Because as far as most of us down here in Geelong know, you're a pretty unknown quantity and we don't know too much about the actual competition.
We play Whittlesea, Greensborough, Diamond Creek, a few of them. I play for Yarrambat.
So where's that?
I don't know, down near Diamond Creek, Greensborough way.
So it's sort of, for anyone from down at Geelong that probably hasn't been up that way, it's definitely a Melbourne-based competition.
Yeah.
And what position do you play for the team that you're normally up in the Diamond sort of Creek area that you were saying?
Centre or centre forward.
Is that the similar spot that you expect to be filling today for the Northern side?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not too sure.
How have the trials gone? If you obviously had a few trials to get through, and I imagine that you were up against a pretty stiff competition. There's a few really good boys running around from what I hear up in the Northern competition in the juniors.
Yeah, it's been difficult. You got to come out and do your best, so you got to just go out and do whatever you can to get picked.
And what about you, Jake? You've been through other similar trials as well that Ned's gone through. How did you find all that?
Yeah, hard, very hard. Good competition in our league and, yeah, do whatever you can to get in.
And you've come down the highway today. How are you feeling about the game against Geelong? You're very excited about it?
Yeah, very. Can't wait. Yep.
What position are we likely to see you playing out there today?
On ball or forward line.
So is that where you normally play for your home club?
Yeah, I play for Eltham.
Eltham. So how's Eltham been going this year up in the Northern competition?
Yeah, really good. We've won every game but one. We lost last week to South Morang.
Are they their top side at the moment?
No, we're 2 games ahead of everyone, so doing well.
Is there any of your teammates out there today that are also playing for Northern?
Yep, heaps. I think four of us, yeah.
Is that exciting for you boys to have a few teammates around there as well? Obviously, there's a few unfamiliar faces, but to have those boys out there just make you feel a little bit more at home.
Yeah, it's been good. Been good.
It's a good challenge that awaits you guys out there today. Hopefully you can manage to get a win for Northern and put a win on the board. We look outside. The game in the under-13s is extremely tight. I think Geelong's just kicked away, but for the under-14 boys, the challenge awaits the Northern. So all the best, boys, and hopefully you can get a win for your league out there today. Moving on again in the football section of the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show, we've got Mike Doherty, the coach of the Under-14 Northern Football League side that have ventured down here to Westoval today. Going to be a very interesting challenge which awaits the boys. Mike, do you know much about the Geelong side that you're coming up against today?
Not at all, not at all. We've just finished playing in the Vic Metro Championships, in the Under-14 Championships. We won 1, lost 2. Very tough competition, and all I know is that our boys will give 100% today, and that's all we want to expect from them. That's all.
How do you come into the role of coaching this representative side? Is it something you had to apply for, or is it that you coach a side back home?
I've coached under 10s, under 11s, under 12s back in the Diamond Valley League. This season I was going to coach the under 14s at Greensborough, but I decided not to. Applied for the job for this, knowing that there was a lot of talent in the competition, in the league. And there's some wonderful talented boys that we have, and I decided to coach them. The commitment wasn't as great as coaching a local competition because of the length of the season, but I've enjoyed it immensely. It's been great.
I know in senior football up in the Northern Footy League, I think there's 3 divisions. Is it similar for the junior structure?
Yep, there is. There's in under 14s, there's a first, a second and a third division. The gap is enormous. I mean, the first division to the second division is quite large, and then from the second to the third, it's quite large again. So,
And you've got a really good partnership at the moment that's going on with the Football Geelong, obviously playing down here, and it's something that the Northern Football League, I'm guessing, hopes will continue into the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jared Kerry, our General Manager, our football operations, is hoping that we can return the favour next year. Look, it's just a wonderful opportunity for 14-year-old boys to get amongst and see what talent is out there. And, win, lose or draw, it doesn't matter. What we're looking for is boys that can continue on playing football, enjoy their football. Look, today's about seeing different boys playing different positions and hopefully get some confidence to go back to their local competition and just improve. And hopefully next year in their 15s, we've got the Northern Knights back where we are. A lot of these boys will try out for that at the end of the season in September. And I'm sure, 50% of these boys will probably be part of that.
Oh, it's a fantastic challenge, and that's what awaits the boys out there today, Mike. We thank you for your time on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. You've got to go warm up the boys, so all the best for the challenge out there today. We do thank you too for joining us on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. We'll be back next Friday morning from 7 a.m, so be sure to join us then.
This show brought to you by Read the Play, Pt3 and Clothing Company, Kempy International, De Grande Cycle and Sport.